Hi, it's Sarah from Beyond Barriers Personal Training with your weekly workout on YouTube. Today we're going to be doing unilateral circuit training. If you haven't done unilateral circuit training, well, you're not one of my personal training clients, that's for sure, and you're missing out because there are a lot of benefits to this type of exercise, and they include increased core stabilization, increased balance, correction of muscular imbalances. So we're going to get started. We only have about 20 minutes. So if you're not warmed up, hit pause, go take a 10-minute walk or do some jumping jacks, anything that will slightly elevate your heart rate and bring your muscle temperature up to prepare your body for work. And what we're going to do is 45 seconds of unilateral exercise, take a 10-second rest, 45 seconds of the same exercise on the other side of your body, take a 10-second rest, repeat, and then we're going to stop and do a minute of cardio before we move to our next muscle group. So that's going to be our format for today. And we are starting with a rear lunge, bicep curl, and shoulder press. So we're hitting a lot of muscle groups at one time. I'm going to get my timer. I will demonstrate this exercise for you. You're going to start with your posture, shoulders down and back, dumbbell in one hand, weight down by your side. You're going to take a large step back into a rear lunge, making sure that your front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Keep those shoulders engaged down and back, no slumping forward. Come up while you curl the weight to your shoulder and then press straight up overhead, back down and into your lunge. So we've got 45 seconds here, and we will begin in 3 seconds. And step back, curl, press. You're with me, right? You've got a dumbbell. You're using enough weight so that by the end of this 45 seconds, you have a lot of fatigue in your arm and shoulder. If you get to the end of this 45 seconds and you could do another 45 seconds without a rest, you don't have enough weight and you need to use a heavier dumbbell or maybe 2 small dumbbells that you can comfortably fit in your hand. Work with what you have. 10 more seconds here and then you've got to rest. You're stepping right back. All right, you've got 10 seconds, enough time to switch to hands here and switch legs. And begin. Step back, curl, and press. Does it feel different on this side? It does for me. I have a harder time balancing when I'm stepping back with my left leg. And so right now what's going on is my core is having to engage to prevent the wobble so that I can continue the exercise. My brain is also figuring out what to do to help me balance on this side. Yeah, you're almost there. Got about 3 seconds left. All right, rest again. When we start back in 5 seconds, we'll be on the original side. And we're going to do a quick alignment check. Are you stepping far enough back so that your right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle? If you're taking a shallow step, look at that acute angle. That puts a lot of strain on your knee. So you want to adjust your stance. If you're wobbling excessively each time, take a wider step back. Yeah, think about stepping back like you're standing on a train track instead of a tightrope. The wider your feet are from each other, the more width you have, the easier, the wider your base of support. All right, last time. Switch to your other side and get ready to begin. Enjoy your rest. And begin. Rear lunge, bicep curl, shoulder press, back down. Take your time. There's no benefit to rushing. When you rush, The bicep curl, you end up swinging your arm, not engaging your bicep muscle. When you rush your overhead press, you're just kind of hefting it up there. You're using other muscles in your body, not isolating the shoulder muscle. So take your time. We're not in a hurry. Got 45 seconds either way. You might as well use your best form. Make sure your elbow stays in your side, locked into your side too for the bicep curl. Okay. Now we have a minute of cardio burpees. Yes. Let's get them out of the way. You knew they were coming. So why not get them done first? All right. We're going to do a full burpee here. So we're going to jump, squat down, place our hands on the ground, jump out into a plank, do a push-up, jump back in and jump up. There are so many modifications to the burpee. If you have shoulder issues, skip the push-up. If your knees are hurting, you can skip the jump. And you can, so do as much as you can here. And we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And make sure that when you land your burpee, your knees soften. So don't land, keep going while I'm showing you this, with your knees locked out. You want to land and continue down into your squat. You don't want to absorb the impact of this exercise with your knee joints. So keep moving. You're halfway through. You've already done 30 seconds of these. I'm going to show you a modified burpee now. Keep working. Squat, place your hands down, step out into a plank, step back in, stand up and reach. This is also a burpee. It's a good modification if you have knee problems, if your knees are hurting while you're doing this. You can even add in the push-up. And you're done. All right. Take a rest here while I demonstrate our next circuit, which we're going right into. And the next circuit is single side push-ups. It's my favorite. If you've done these with me before, you know how effective they are. I'm going to angle my camera down so you can see me on the floor. So for a single-sided, single-armed push-up, you're going to start in a plank position. Your forearm of your non-working arm is going to be angled across your body with your forearm flat on the mat. So you're here. Your other arm, your working arm, is out to the side, even with your arm that's on the ground. And you're going to go down into a push-up, working one side of the chest only. So we have 45 seconds here before we rest and switch to the other side. I'm going to be going through the modifications for this as we progress through the exercise. But the first one is bringing your knees down. So I will start with that one. And we will begin in 3 seconds. So start in your plank, forearm down, one arm push up. You can bring your knees down at any time. That's a really good modification for this. You're still going to be working really hard. The next modification you can take, if this is not enough of a modification, is to walk your knees in a little bit so that your hips lift. This is more of a tabletop position. I'm still feeling all the same muscles contracting in my pectoral muscle area and my triceps a little bit too. So take whatever position works best for your body. And look at that, already done. Take your 10-second rest here. Get ready to start on the other side. So come into your plank, other arm, and push up on the other side. Make sure that if you're in a full plank, that your body is in a straight line from the crown of your head all the way to your heels. You don't want to push your hips up or sag them down. If your hips are sagged down, you're putting undue pressure on your low back. If that's the case, bring your knees down, correct your form, and keep moving. So nice straight line. Shoulders, hips, knees, all in alignment with each other. Yeah, you got this. You're almost there. All right, take a rest. We're going to go through it again. You can do it. We're going to start in 3 seconds. Switch to the other side. Down and up. Yeah, I'm feeling it now in my triceps, in my chest muscles, in my core, which is really engaged here. And keep moving through this. Remember your modifications. Yeah, don't stop when you get tired. Modify. Bring your knees down or bring your knees under you. Do whatever you need to do to complete your workout. Keep moving. We're almost there. You've got 10 seconds. You can do it for 10 seconds. You got this. All right, you're down to your last time. Yeah, you've only got 45 more seconds until you've completed this circuit and begin. And you can feel really good about yourself. Feel the burn here. This is the part in the circuit where it becomes about you just wanting to finish. So if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling frustrated, if you want to stop, yeah, just sit with that. Those feelings are okay. And just tell yourself, but I can do it anyway. I can do hard things. This is hard, and you can do it. You're almost there. 5 more seconds. Come on, stay with me. Don't give up. You did it. Great work. All right, let yourself have a rest. We're going to throw in some cardio. Although actually, I felt like I was getting a little cardio right there. And our next minute of cardio is a pop squat. So with a pop squat, you're going to start with your feet together. Jump out, keep your chest lifted, drop your hips down and back, touch the ground with your hand. Jump back up, bring feet together, and switch hands. We're going to do 60 seconds here. Ready? We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So jump out and down, hit them together. Make sure your hips are dropping down. You're not bending forward at the waist. There's a natural hinge there. I'm going to show you a modification if the jumping is something that causes you pain. And that is a walking pop squat. It's the same exercise. You've taken out the jump. So you're stepping from side to side, touching down, chest lifted, core engaged, quads and glutes firing. You're almost there. You can do this for 10 more seconds. That's all you've got. Stay with me, keep going. Work it. And done. Great work. All right, so we're on to our third circuit. And our third exercise in this is for your upper back. We're going to do bent over rows. So form is really important here. So you're going to stand with your feet hips width apart. You're going to bring a soft bend to your knees. Hinge at the hips so that your chest comes down parallel to the ground. The weight hangs straight down in front of you. Look at your alignment, shoulder, elbow, wrist. And then keeping your arm close to your body, you're going to drive your elbow back like you're starting a lawnmower. You're going to be working your posterior deltoid muscles, your rhomboids, your oblique muscles, and from this bent over position, you've got your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes engaged too. So we're going to do 45 seconds, rest 10, switch to the other side, repeat. You know the drill. We'll start in 5 seconds. Good. So alignment is also really important here. Check your posture. From the top of your head to your tailbone, have you created a straight line? If your back is rounded and your hips are rolled under, pull your chest up, engage your core. Conversely, if your back is arched, you want to tuck your tailbone a little bit. So you want a neutral spine here. That's really important. You're creating core stabilization as you go. You want to keep your shoulders down and back too. So don't round your shoulders forward. All right, come up. Let your low back release. Switch hands. Plant your feet again, hips width apart, hinge, and start on your other side. Does it feel different here? Is the weight heavier or lighter on one side? If you feel, when you switch sides, that the weight gets heavier or lighter, that's a muscle imbalance, a strength imbalance. It means one side is stronger than the other. Most of us have that. Our bodies are not identical. They're related to each other, the two sides of our bodies, but they're not identical. Life and posture and movement patterns all go into creating strength in our bodies. And it's not the same on both sides. All right, take your rest. We've got one more time on each side, and you can do it. 45 seconds of work on each side. Prepare, and lift. Good job, and stay with it. The second time through is when it really counts. When it becomes a struggle, when it becomes difficult, that's where the strength gains are. That's when it's so important not to give up. It's worth it. I like to do a body scan here to keep myself focused. So I look at what I'm feeling. Are my feet pressed equally into the ground? Do I feel my hamstrings and my glutes engaged? Is my back straight? See, look at that, we're already done. Last time. You're almost there. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Pull your navel back to the spine. Let's focus on that core engagement this time. Pretend there's a fishing line, piece of fishing line or length of it, tied to the back of your navel. And it goes out through the back of your spine. And somebody's standing behind you pulling it. Pull your navel. Let that fishing line pull your navel back so that your navel is stuck to your spine. That's going to create strength in your abdomen. Better balance, better stability in your body. All that comes from the core. You got this, 5 seconds, almost there. All right, good work. So, in case you were worried that I've forgotten about working your core directly, don't fear, because your cardio set for this circuit is mountain climbers. So we're going to get our core engagement going. So I'll show you a few different ways to do them while we're going through them. So you're going to set up in a plank here. And we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So plank form, drive your right knee forward and then your left, stepping back. And first modification is actually modification up. You want to get your heart rate up, pick up your tempo. If you want to control your heart rate a little more, slow it down. If you want more oblique engagement, the muscles in the sides of your body, switch up. Cross your knee over to your opposite elbow. And you can pick up the pace here too. If your core isn't going to allow you to stay up for the entire minute, bring your knees down and stay here. Keep your plank, keep your body in the work, and stay here in a modified plank for as long as you can. You've only got 5 more seconds. You can do it. Stay with me. And you're done. Great work. Take a rest. And guess what? You've only got 1 more strength circuit left in this workout. And you can do it. So we're going to work your triceps. And we're going to work your the lateral part of your legs and hips, getting your medial glutes activated here. So I'm gonna suggest that whatever weights you've been using for your back and your biceps and your shoulders, you go down a little bit. Tricep usually requires a lighter weight. So you're gonna do a tricep extension with a curtsy lunge. The weight starts straight up above over your head. You're going to do a curtsy lunge, which means you're gonna take your right leg, step across and back like you're doing a curtsy, and then you're gonna drop the weight down behind your head, keeping your elbow up, pointed up to the ceiling, and your upper arm very close to your head the whole time. That's your tricep extension. With the curtsy, you want to step across and back. If you have knee issues and that type of transverse movement causes instability in your knee, then I'm going to suggest that rather than doing a curtsy, you do a squat or another rear lunge. Skip the crossing movement motion there. All right, we've got 45 seconds per side. This is your last circuit. Give it all you've got. And we will start in 5 seconds. So weight straight up overhead. Curtsy and tricep extension. Curtsy. You want to be feeling the muscles in the back of your upper arm. Engage here. You got this. If you find halfway through a circuit that you've gotten the wrong weight, that this is too heavy for you to finish, it happens to me all the time. No big deal. Set the weight down, go for a lighter weight. If you don't have a lighter weight, set the weight down and continue to do the exercise with no weight. You're still going to get the benefits from the motion. All right, switch arms, switch legs, get ready to start on your other side. This time you're stepping back and across with your left leg, tricep extension, left side. You also may find with unilateral circuits that the weight that you could use in your right arm is not the same weight that you can use in your left arm. That's a strength imbalance. I'm finding right now that this exercise is much more challenging in this arm. So it's possible that for my second set, I'm going to drop down and use a lighter weight. We'll see how I feel when I get to the end of this circuit, which we're almost there. All right, shake it out. Switch arms. Get ready to start your other side. Arms straight up. Keep that forearm next to your ear. Curtsy, extend. Curtsy, extend. You should be feeling the contraction in the outside of your hip and in the side of your glute. You need to work those lateral muscles. We forget about them. We spend so much time working the front of your legs, your quads, and the back of your legs, hamstrings. We forget that you have an outside and an inside too. And all the muscles in your body need to be worked to create balance. All right, you got this. Last 45-second set of the entire workout. You can do it. And lunge, extend. Yeah, I hope you're feeling really proud of yourself right now. You've done a lot of amazing work. You've worked a lot of muscle groups in a very short amount of time. We haven't left too many out. You're almost there. Make sure that that elbow is pointing up. If it's getting tired, you might start to lift out to the side. Use a lighter weight. You want to keep form to avoid injury. You got this. I'm struggling here. It's time for our last minute of work. I'm going to switch it up on you. We're going to do a minute plank, and then you are done. So, lots of different ways to do a plank. You can do it full, a high plank, extended, hands on the ground, toes on the ground, body in a straight line. Here, if you find that your back is sagging, or you have to tent your hips up to keep that form, then you're going to drop to your knees. If your wrists hurt during this exercise, or if you want an added core challenge, you're going to take your plank on your forearms. All right, pick your position and don't be afraid to change it too. Let yourself modify so you get the most benefit you can out of the full minute. Ready and begin. You've got 1 minute here. I'm going to use my forearms because I think my core is up for the challenge. Right now, I want to make sure that my body's in a straight line. So I'm going to lift the front of my pelvis, tuck my tailbone under so that my lower back is not sagging down. I want a straight line here. I'm also going to make sure I'm not cranking my neck up. We're keeping my head forward. So I'm going to contract the muscles in the back of my neck and lift my head so that my spine from the base of my skull all the way to my heels is in one straight line. You have 20 seconds left. You can bring your knees down from here if you need to. If you don't, keep them lifted. You got this. Okay, 10 seconds. You can do anything for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it. Great work. I'm really proud of all of you. Come back and do it again. It'll be here on our YouTube channel, and you can use these videos anytime you want to get a quick workout in. So thanks, and I enjoyed working out with you today. Have a great week. Bye.